Okay, friends, so we are in my home studio, and I'm going to walk you through a couple things here, okay? One, I'm just going to show you all my comic stuff just to show you, I want to give you guys a real sense of how much I love comics and why they got me into being an art teacher and how they're kind of why I learned how to draw, and everything that I care about with art kind of comes from comics for me, okay? So that's one thing. And then I'm going to switch my screen, and I'm just going to give you a quick sort of tour here through all my comic stuff. Here are all my comics. Now, this is part of it. I shouldn't say all of. These are my comics that are collected forms. There's a bunch of Batmobiles down there. And then there's a pop-up. And here's some of my other figures. There's Savage Dragon, Two-Face, Venom. Can't close on Venom. And then these are my other comics. These boxes are all full of just to give you a sense of how many comics are in here. Just comics on comics on comics. All boxes full. And that's all those. And I'm going to show you my desk. And at my desk, you will see some comics in various phases of being finished, okay? So here's all my drawing tools. This is what I need to make my comics. But you don't need, all you really need to make comics is pencil, paper, maybe some ink. And I'll even show you a way that you can just do it online. But here's one of my comics in just pencil form before I put any ink on it. And then there's an example of one that's been finished. This is an instructional comic that I actually used to give to my students, but we're not doing everything that this one says, so I don't need to give it to you guys. Okay, so friends, many of you probably, once this assignment got announced, you immediately were just like, I like comics, I know I want to draw one. That's amazing. If you have stuff at home and you want to draw a comic using your own materials, I absolutely want you to do that. Get paper, get a ruler, draw some squares. You don't even really need to do that. If you don't want your panels to be perfect squares, you can draw it however you want. At the end of this video, I'm going to put our requirements for the assignment, and then that'll also, of course, upload that to Schoology. So you can make a comic about whatever you want. The comic can be like, you can take a show that you like if you like SpongeBob, or you can take a book that you like, and like say you like the Hunger Games and you want to do like a quick comic about the Hunger Games, or you want to like make a cartoon panel of some stuff that happens in like a book that you like or whatever. All that's great. I just want you to give me 3 panel drawings that tell a story. If you do not want to draw it by hand and you don't really like drawing, but you just want to do the assignment, I recommend going to this website. It's called storyboardthat.com/storyboardcreator. You're going to see a ton of options up here, okay? So first of all, this is your scenes, and I have all these slides here. If you don't get the fancy version of this, you can only make a comic with 6 panels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you control that, okay? So when you go to add delete cells, you can make it like only 2. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Forget that. You can make it 3 or 6, but I want you to make it 6. So if you go to add delete cells and you just make it 3 by 1, and you do that, then you'll see that there's only 3 there. But if you go to add delete cells and make it 3 by 2, update, you'll see that there's 6 there. If you choose to do it this way, I do want you to make a comic that's 6 panels as opposed to just 3, because it doesn't require as much work to do it this way. Drawing it requires a little more work, so if you're drawing it, it can be only 3 panels. But if you're doing it this way, you can do it with 6 panels. So let's see, let's do add a scene. I like all these various, yeah, okay, I get it. Click on the characters tab. She's walking me through everything, and that's cool. But then there's the way you can add text and everything. I'm going to show you the basics, okay? But you can definitely look through the rest of this and play with all this other stuff too. It all seems really cool. Let's say you want to do a comic about finally getting back to school, right? So let's start this one here. And then you can do like this one here and this one here. And let's just, I don't need to go through all of them, but I do want you to remember do 6 panels. So let's just say on this first one, you're going to pick your character, and let's say your character is this guy. And then obviously you're going to go through and customize, skin and all that. Let's see, edit pose. I like this one facing right a little bit. Could do the hand on the hip. This is actually pretty great. I've only played with it a little bit, but this is really cool. Let's just say this guy is saying hello to someone. That makes sense, right? And then let's get him some actual, like, some kind of skin tone. And then let's give him some black hair. That's pretty good. That kind of just looks like me. So that's good. Let's just say it's me talking to another teacher outside, okay? Yeah, let's do... that outfit doesn't seem like something a teacher would wear. This is kind of teachery. Yeah, sure, that's good. Looks like another art teacher. Let's say this is and then we'll do black hair, and then we'll pick another pose, and then let's see, edit pose, and she'll be facing slightly left because she's talking to me, and she's gonna be like, she's got funny arms. Based on the comic, she's not really like doing very much. And then we'll do update pose. That's good. That's perfect. Okay, then the most important other thing, these are the 3 basic elements you need for it to just be a comic. So then I'll throw in this quick, I'm just going to be like, thank goodness the kids are coming back in full. Oh, this is huge though, isn't it? Let's do... I'm going to stand me over here a little bit more because it doesn't look like it's actually even coming out of my mouth, you know? And then she's going to be like... Word. This is a very boring comic between me and this teacher I invented. But it's fun. Okay, so there. So now, that's one panel. So who knows where this story is going to go. Maybe this teacher and I end up getting lunch at Subway or something. But the point is, your goal is to either hand draw a comic about whatever you want. Could be characters that already exist. Could be about your character. Could be about you. Could be the character that you created for our earlier assignment. If you're hand drawing it, it needs to be 3 panels. 3. And if you're using storyboard, that needs to be 6. Now, let's just say mine's finished, right? Let's just go to save and then title it like school comic. And then you go to save storyboard. And then my most recent. And then you should be able to download it. Image pack. And then let's actually just make sure that's the best way to do it, though, you know? Each cell in your storyboard, image in a zip file. Let's do this PDF version. That's a better version, I think. And then we'll save it to the desktop. And then, like with most things, I want you to upload it to me on Schoology, and we'll look and see what this school comic looks like once it saves. Here we go. That'll be perfect. Now, it's going to have this goofy demo thing on it, but it's cool because I can at least see what you're doing, and this is a good way to get one done. It's going to have these stupid watermarks on them, but you guys are used to that sort of stuff when you use like Art Online and everything. That's okay. I just want to see what you made. And so here are your requirements. At least 3 fully colored panels. I will change this once it's on Schoology because this needs to say it's got to be at least 6 if you use the storyboard. And then I want at least 2 different facial expressions. You saw in that software you can change facial expressions. That's 10 of the points. And I need at least 1 word or thought bubble. That's 10 of the points. And then the 30 points are just going to be that you have the whole thing done all together. So that's your assignment. I'm going to give you a week to do this because I want to see some really cool comics. So if also, as with most things, if you find another thing that you would like to use to make it, I'm open to that too. So I'll put that in the assignment as well. So I hope you guys are having a good day, and bye.